After Tim's mother and father parted ways, he lived with his grandparents. He was fond of his grandparents and was more than willing to stay there. He was happy there. Tim remembered the day when he went home from university. The house was filled with people, relatives, friends and strangers. His heart sank upon knowing that his grandfather died. He was filled with grief and disbelief. He just talked to him on his cell phone and was saying that he would wait for him to come home. It was a heart attack. His grandfather was a man of few words, but Tim loved him dearly. He was his hero, his one true father figure. He was a very respected person, and a lot of people knew him. People flocked to their home to say their condolences. People say it was better that way, and that he did not suffer. In fact, it was a blessing. He remembered how his grandfather would say, "When I'm gone, I will always be with you." Tears began to well in his eyes. "I will always be here," grandfather said, pointing to his heart. A part of Tim died that day and nobody knew that he was hurting deep inside. He went into his grandfather's room. It was exactly as he left it. He sat on the rocking chair and he drifted into a dreamless sleep. He was emotionally exhausted, drained. All he wanted was his grandfather back. But there was no bringing him back. It was hopeless. He could feel the warmth radiating upon his face. He blinked and saw a distant light. A shadow blocked the light partially. Tim's heart fluttered wildly as he knew that person. It was grandfather. He was walking towards Tim in a slow fashion. All through that, he was talking, but Tim can't hear a word he was saying. And when the light finally shone on his face, Tim saw him smile and his heart was filled with love and loneliness all at the same time. "I will be with you," his grandfather's mouth formed, but there was no sound. It was like a silent movie. Something was fluttering on his face, and he was startled. Tim realized that he was still in his grandfather's bedroom, sitting in his favorite rocking chair. On his forehead was a brown butterfly, flapping its wings. Tim held his hand against it and it perched on his wrist. He felt at peace. He somehow knew his grandfather is at peace. He didn't have the chance to say goodbye to his grandfather, but he was everywhere he went. The whisper of the wind seemed to carry his laughter, his wisdom. The rays of the sunshine seemed to remind Tim of his smile, and the way he winked when grandmother served them hot buns and coffee. He never left at all. Tim will always have him there. Always. This may not be scary, but it will always fill the heart with a warm, fuzzy feeling. Please like, subscribe and comment. This video has been made with Vidnami. Try it for free by clicking on the link below. Thanks for watching.